Uh, what do you think are the best policies and strategies government should pursue to speed up their overall national growth and development? In my previous sections or partitions of the lesson, I have presented you about the massiveness of state spending and the state's stake in the national economy, competence of the government, rule of law and regulations, and the strength of enforcement agencies to implement them. Uh, uh, and the like. Today, I will bring you with a new part and a parcel of that whole agenda called total innovativeness and creativity of the nation, the government that rules it. That is a major factor. Total meaningful dominance of a given country in the worlds of innovation and creativity cannot be thought of without having a meaningful and dominant figures at the helm of the government. Governments with meaningful and powerful ways of thinking and ways of leadership can only accelerate and amplify the total innovativeness and creativity of that nation. Small thinker governments adhere to small policies. Big thinker governments adhere to big ideologies and big thinking models. And they do encourage the expansion of creativity, innovation, and protection of intellectual property rights within their own nation. And they do also attract their own intellectuals and scholars from their diaspora. They also serve as a great attraction hub for internationals who are enthusiasts of creativity and innovation and businesses that revolve around them. So the bigness of the voice at the helm of the government matters as far as increasing the total creativity of the nation is concerned. Without having a dominant thinkers in that field as the helm of the top leadership, governments can only think of temporary or tentative type of creativity, and they will do nothing in terms of sowing the seeds of that innovation deep into the inner parts of their ground. They will do nothing in terms of expanding it across various sectors of their economy. They will do nothing in terms of amplifying it by encouraging various actors and stakeholders in that aspect of business life. So those of you who do dream having a great government, would you stop by thinking if your government is doing great things in terms of expanding creativity, innovation, and its entire economy? Of course, there are some external factors that do amplify or that do accelerate creativity and innovation. That is geopolitical influence actually. Geopolitical influence. That is meant to say if in a given geographic region one country is being led by great leaders that expand this creativity and innovation, those countries that surround that particular great nation imitate a great bulk of knowledge from that nation and follow the same suit. Historians has discovered the same suit when they refer to the East Asian experience of East Asian tigers, the roles that imitating from each other or learning from each other or having an experience, learning or experience curve from each other is said to have played a great role in the overall upgrading of East Asian countries, particularly Japan, South Korea, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Singapore, China. Actually, having China, this major economic hubs are the result of learning from each other. They have been influenced against each other. One reflects to the other. One reflects as a great mirror to the other, thereby growing as a miracle in a short decades to an unprecedented levels of total growth or development. Therefore, this means external influence do actually motivate or induce governments and its economic actors to learn from each other. But all I wanted to emphasize is about the domestic aspects. As far as domestic formulas that are best suited to accelerate technology, innovation, creativity are concerned, all I'm saying is the role of the government in doing it matters a great deal. Therefore, if we want to uncover why nations are expanding highly in the world of technology, innovation, creativity, others are lagging, even though their total economy varies both in terms of volume and quality or in per capita terms, is because of the bigness of the government. Because the government is the strongest entity a nation can have that determines or influences its entire population, its entire economic flows, its entire people's minds. Therefore, the government is up there with a great appetite to drive and influence its people along the desired paths of innovation and creativity. The entire herd of that nation follows the same suit. Therefore, a government as a great narrative setter or a trend setter or an opinion maker of a given nation by far has the greatest role in terms of dictating or determining or shaping or formulating whether they should have innovation-centered economy or production centered economy or consumption centered economy or agriculture and primary economy based economy. But that government either have to have great first impressions or its own level of original thinking or big thinking in shaping others' opinions. If a government have to shape others' opinions, the opinions of the very government has to be shaped first of all. And different factors actually do shape the opinions of that government. One, the combination or the composition of that government can be big enough to comprehend what is important and what is not. Accordingly, give due emphasis to the world of innovation and creativity and entrepreneurship, technology and the like. Or if that government is filled with great people who do learn greatly from anybody or from any readings or from any influences, they can acquire that great influences and apply them to their national economy. And as I said you, or else, as I said you earlier, if a given particular country is stationed in a great geopolitical position, whereby the neighboring countries or country is being led by superior stars, the other nation is supposed to learn a great deal of knowledge about the stated factors from that great nation too. So, it's all about today about innovation, creativity, entrepreneurship, technology. Next, I will bring you another factors that determines the acceleration and sustainability of countries' economies and their developments.